Yeah, everybody hurts sometimes, I know that's what they say. But right now it seems this loneliness won't go away. Yeah. Can anybody feel this heartache? Is anyone around? Feels like we're running round in circles, we can't catch a breath. We can't enjoy the moment when we always want what's next, yeah. Just when I can't take no more, it's when I hear you say, don't hang your head when you get lonely. No, I'll never leave your side. And don't go thinking you're the only one that can get it right. Yeah, you got my love, 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 love down in your soul. Yeah, you got my love, 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 and I won't let you go. I know there's nowhere I can run, there's nowhere I can hide from the one who gave his life so I could get back mine, yeah. So when you can't take no more, look up and hear him say, don't hang your head when you get lonely. No, I'll never leave your side. And don't go thinking you're the only one that can get it right. Yeah, you got my love, 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 love down in your soul. Yeah, you got my love, 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 and I won't let you go. Your mercy is new every morning. Your grace sustains all of my life. You are the one that I run to. In you I am satisfied. Oh, your mercy is new every morning. Your grace sustains all of my life. You are the one that I run to. In you I am satisfied. Don't hang your head when you get lonely. No, I'll never leave your side. And don't go thinking you're the only one that can get it right. Yeah, you got my love, 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 love down in your soul. Yeah, you got my love, 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 and I won't let you go.
Our praise becomes your house, your place. Our praise becomes your house, your place. Sing it out. Our praise becomes your house, your place. That's it. Our praise becomes, hey, your house, your place. Here we go. Our praise becomes, hey, your house, your place. Yes, it does. Our praise becomes your written, my house shall become a house of prayer. Make us into houses of worship. Make us into houses of prayer. Hey, all day long. Yeah. All day long. We want to worship you, Lord. Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. Yeah. We sing a song and you come in. Make a dance and you come in. Shout your name and you come in. Give you praise and you come in. Sing a song and you come in. Make a dance and you come in. Shout your name and you come in. Give you praise. Come on. We sing a song and you come in. Make a dance and you come in. Shout your name and you come in. Give you praise and you come in. Sing a song and you come in. Make a dance and you come in. Shout your name and you come in. Give you praise. Oh, you inhabit the praises of your people. Oh, you inhabit the praises of your people. Yeah, you inhabit the praises of your people. Oh, yeah, you inhabit the praises of your people. Our praise, here we go, lift it up. Our praise becomes your house, hey, your place. Come on. Our praise becomes your house, your place. Give 'em a shout of victory. Hallelujah.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our stream. Welcome to our Wednesday night Bible study. I hope you're doing well. I hope that this past week is doing good for you. It's been good seeing you all. I know every week we've seen more people at church, and we've been able to enjoy your presence. Please, if you're available, and if you would like, we would love to have you here worship with us on Sunday mornings. We have two services. We have an 8 o'clock service on Sunday mornings. That is for 55 years old and older. And then we have a 10 o'clock service for 54 years and younger. I know every Wednesday and every Sunday you hear about this, and on Friday nights from Pastor Tommy, but we just want to remind you that we are meeting. As we meet, we recommend everyone to wear a mask, and so you don't have to worry about that. People are wearing masks. If you don't want to, we just recommend it, please, for the sake of other people. So we wear masks. We social distance here in the sanctuary. We have spaces in between each pew. We encourage families to sit on opposite ends. We clean in between the two services. We have one direction flowing. And so we're doing as much as what we can do to limit any thing that might happen. And so please, if you might be cautious, come worship with us in person. And if for some reason you're not available or not able to make it out, we still have our 10 o'clock service being live streamed on Facebook or YouTube or on the website at fitzpatrickbaptist.com. We don't have a plan yet on as we plan to open up children's programs. We are watching and seeing how things are going to go, what we can implement to keep your children safe. So in the meantime, we do not have any nursery or children's church classes in our 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock service. But we have crayons and coloring sheets available that go with Bible stories that your kids can take notes on and can keep their mind busy while listening. Because, man, they are really good multitaskers. But please, if you're available, come worship with us on Sunday mornings. Please excuse the service right now. The quality might be bad. I'm old enough to remember being a boy and going to the TV and playing with the rabbit ears on the top of the TV, the antennas, so that you can get a better quality picture. That might be what it feels like right now. Our camera is slowly fading out, and so please bear with us if you're watching this and if you notice something different. We have ordered a new camera system, but as you would imagine, it's on back order because all churches and businesses are going live streaming with a lot of what's going on right now. And so We are in line to get that, and as soon as we get that, we have a technician that will come and install it, and everything will be better. So please bear with us right now. We are aware of it. I have friends who will text me like, hey, so this isn't looking quite right. No, it's not looking quite right. So thank you all for being patient with that. Please be praying for, continue praying for those who are sick, those who are recovering from sickness, those who have undergone cancer treatments. Pray for your government as elections have gone on. Pray for your school officials as they're making decisions for school for this upcoming school year. Pray for parents as they're at home with kids all the time. Pray for parents who go to work and have to be away from their family, who are traveling and through the sickness. Please remember, we all need prayer. And so throughout the week, as you pray, remember to pray on behalf of other individuals. Pray for church members. Pray for non-church members. Pray for other church members. Remember our missionaries that are overseas right now that are still advancing the gospel the best that they can. Pray for our local missionaries that here in Eastern Kentucky or United States that they can advance the gospel and do their ministry with the differences that have happened. And so we have a lot to be praying for. Pray for yourself, for you to continue to grow deeper, that you will stay plugged in, growing in God's Word, even though we don't meet together physically. There are always prayers that can happen during this time in your life, and forever until you die. If you watch this service, great, thank you. But also remember, we do have Bible studies or children's videos that are posted on Fitzpatrick Baptist Church Facebook page. We have children's videos. We have medium kids videos. On Thursday nights, we have Zoom videos for our teenagers, 6th to 12th grade. And so if your teenager haven't participated with this and that, and they would like to get connected, you can text me or message me on Facebook or call the church, and I can send you a link so that your teenager, 6th to 12th grade, can be a part of that Zoom meeting on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. We are going through a great study right now. A lot's going on, even though it's different and things have changed. But right now, we'll dive straight into this study in Ephesians. I know last week and the past few weeks has been thick and meaty, and we have enjoyed, or I hope you have enjoyed, seeing what God's Word says, seeing where we need to read deeper and ask for the Holy Spirit to offer clarification for us, because there are some things that we just don't understand on our own. And tonight, this section, I'm actually going to break it into two sections. We'll start tonight, we'll pause in the middle, and then we will pick up next week, because I want to make sure that we go slow enough that we understand what we're reading, and that it's just not, hey, let's just see how fast we can go through this book during coronavirus. We don't want to do that. We want to dig deep. We want to have nourishment to our soul. We want to grow deeper together, even online. And so I'm going to slow it down. We'll divide tonight's lesson into two lessons tonight, and next week we'll go together. Let me pray for us, and then we will dive straight into this. Father, thank you for being so good to us. God, thank you for your love that you have given us. And Father, I pray that in this moment that you will clear our minds, clear our hearts of the struggles that we are going through. God, I know that there's a lot of pain. I know that there's a lot of heartache. I know that there's a lot of struggles in life, financially, emotionally, marital. God, but let this moment be a time where we can dive into your Word and we can enjoy sitting at your feet, being fed through your Word. Let us grow and let our appetite grow, that every week, every day, our desire for you will just continue to be so much, God, that we have no other choice but to push and grow toward you to let that be satisfied. Father, thank you for your Word, and thank you for grace and mercy, as we will see this evening. Thank you for opportunity for salvation for those who will believe. I ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's take a moment, and if you have your Bibles, go ahead and turn to Ephesians Chapter 2. Ephesians Chapter 2, verse 1. As you're turning there, let's take one moment and think, do you have a favorite poem or a favorite book, or a favorite quote, or a favorite song, or a favorite painting, or a favorite sculpture in your life? I'll give you a moment. Think about it. Do you have something that maybe you can come to mind? Maybe it's in your house right now and you look straight at it just now because it's that painting that you have been wanting for 20 years and you finally come across it and you ordered it, or you finally have enough money to order it, and now it's hanging up in your living room. And this painting, it brings back so much emotion of thoughts of good times, and maybe the time that you traveled with your spouse, or maybe the time that you went somewhere with your best friend. What's your favorite poem, book, music, sculpture, painting? And as you're looking at it, and as you're thinking about it and visualizing it, what is it that makes it your favorite? Maybe it's one of the reasons I said. What makes this specific item important and valuable and significant to you? What with it brings joy to your life that you just enjoy it? You can just sit and look at it, or maybe you can just sit and listen to this same song over and over, and when it's over, you repeat it, and it's just the same song that it's just one that you sit in and you love, and it touches your heart, it touches your emotions, it brings back good times and memories, and it's the song that you just go to relieve your brain of stress. What makes you enjoy it? How about this? What do you think has caused the artist or the poet or the musician, what do you think made them, how they felt when they made this masterpiece? When they composed this song? I can remember being a boy and listening. I loved classical music as a child. And I can just listen to it over and over. What do you think caused Beethoven and Bach to write that beautiful pieces? How do you think they felt about it? Proud? Do you think they were confident? How did they feel about this masterpiece? Imagine a Picasso and the beauty of it, the simplicity. It's like my third grader can do it, or my kindergartner can do it, or my 2-year-old can do it. And look at this, and it's so simple, and yet it's so intentional and extravagant. How do you think he felt about that? Ephesians, we'll come back to this. Ephesians Chapter 2, verse 1. And you were dead in your trespasses and sins, in which you were formerly walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, of the spirit that is now working in the sons of disobedience. Among them, we too all formerly lived in the lust of our flesh, indulging in the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, even as the rest. That is a lot, and that's just 3 verses. We'll probably get through 5 verses this evening. That was a lot happened here. Let me reread it. And you were dead in your trespasses and sins, in which you were formerly walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, of the spirit that is now working in the sons of disobedience. Among them, we too all formerly lived in the lust of our flesh, indulging the desires of the flesh and the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, even as the rest. A couple beliefs that's been ingrained in our culture. One is that all people, we're just good. People are good, right? It's really not that bad, right? We look and we say a person isn't as bad as what it is, a scenario isn't as bad as what it is, and they're actually good. And the second thought and myth is that it's usually the other person. it's always the other person that's bad. It's always someone else. And the problem, if we didn't have this group of people in the world, all would be fine. If this person wasn't in the world, all would be fine. Hitler thought that with the Jews. The world would be a better place if we didn't have the Jews. And so what did we do? He eliminated them, or tried to eliminate the Jews. The thought exists. If those people aren't here, the world would be a better place. Or, the second myth, is people, it's not as bad as what it is. It's really not that bad. Do you know people who have thought like that? I gave you a Hitler, the biggest example, most common that people would know of. Do you know of someone that justifies life with, well, if they weren't in the world, things would be better? Our culture is dealing with a lot of this, and shame on our culture, and shame on America. Because we also know that all is equal in the eyes of God, and God has created everyone in His own image. And so humans are valuable to God. There's no one life greater than the other. Let's go ahead and clarify that. But let's also clarify that we are not all good either. In the Bible, and what we're reading is going to show us that. Ephesians Chapter 1, "And you were dead in your trespasses and sins, in which you formerly walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air and the spirit that is now working in the sons of disobedience." So, you were dead in trespasses, or yours says, it might say, transgressions and sins. You were dead in your sins. Like, it's just laid out. Paul, he starts Ephesians, and he's talking about redemption in Christ, and he talks about, we spoke of predestination, and he's speaking of growing in wisdom and growing in God, and then he gets down to the simplicity. And this view, Ephesians 2, verses 1 through 10, are significant and huge to the Christian faith. So please stay with me. If you're watching, if you're going to watch this, you're going to get pieces here and there. You need to listen to tonight and next week, because this is valuable information, and this is the foundation of our faith as Christians. Because without understanding this, we do not truly understand and appreciate what has been done for a Christian and what we need to do in our lives. So it says, you were dead. Paul speaking to Ephesians, right, in the church of Ephesus. You were dead in your trespasses. Right? It's a reminder, like, imagine having your favorite pastor, right, and your favorite TV preacher, or your favorite speaker, and they come and they're encouraging you here, right? Chapter 1 is encouragement. It's really good meat that he's telling you. He's praying for you. He's thankful for the work you're doing. And then all of a sudden, chapter 2, verse 1, he says, "And you were dead in your trespasses and sins." That's sobering. It's like, oh, maybe everything isn't as good as what I thought. And he just begins laying it out there to him. It shows that we are sinners. And here's the deal. It's not that you are dead because of what you do. We are dead because of our sinful nature. It's not about what you do. You already are dead because of who you are. And that's a big deal. And the remaining of these verses, 9 verses, are huge to understanding this. You were dead in your transgressions or your trespasses. Look at the rest of it. Walked according to the course of this world. Think about this. How does that make you feel? Like, let's just stop. It's Bible study. It's in a Bible study. If you were here, Pastor Tommy would talk and ask questions. And so I'm going to ask you a question. How does that make you feel? To realize and to know that you were dead in your trespasses and sins. And then he goes on to continue and says, you walked the course of this world. You didn't follow Christ. You didn't follow the Scripture. It says, the way you lived is the way the world wanted you to live. The way the world sets the example for you. According to the prince of the power of the air, of the spirit that is now working in the sons of disobedience. We're actually going to get back to that in just a moment. Among them, we too all formerly lived in the desires, or in the lust of our flesh, indulging in the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, even as the rest. So look at something interesting here. Paul begins Ephesians 2 saying, and you were dead in your trespasses and sins, in which you formerly walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince and power, right? And then look at verse 3 all of a sudden. Paul goes from you and you and you and you, speaking to Ephesians, and then he comes to verse 3 and it says, among them, we too all formerly lived in the lust of our flesh. And so Paul changes from speaking to them to now including himself with we. It's us. Include yourself in this. We were dead in our sin. We used to live those sins. We lived among them as well at one point. This includes you and I. We are a part of the we. Does that make sense? But here's what's neat. Well, let's continue. Among them too were all formerly lived in the lust of our flesh, indulging in the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, even as the rest. What's wrath? Like, if we think of wrath, like the wrath of your father should terrify you. And wait until your dad gets home. Because when your dad gets home, you're going to get the wrath of your dad. Some of you are like, I don't care. My dad doesn't discipline me. He doesn't spank me. Some of us were like, okay, my dad's coming. I'm in trouble. It's serious business, right? I got to experience my dad and be disciplined by my dad. That's a big deal. And so here we're looking at it and it says, this is how we were living, indulging in desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, even as the rest. Just like everyone else. We were children of wrath. What is wrath? It refers to God's righteous anger. And in this case, it's directed to human sin. Because of sin, there is wrath. Because of our sin, God's righteous anger will be poured out and have to take care of our sin. But yes, God is loving. Yes, God is forgiving. But at the same time, we don't want to belittle the fact that God is holy, and God is just, and God is righteous, and God has sin that has to be dealt with. Sin is rebellion toward God. It's the very act of disobedience, of spitting in His face and living our life how we want, having our nature. And once again, we don't have consequences because of what we do. It is who we are. That's what we have to understand. We can say, well, I live a perfect life. I follow the 10 Commandments. I do good things, right? I obey my parents. I love Jesus. Yay, I do all this. It does not matter. Because the wrath of God is poured out not on what you do, but who you are in their very essence. You are children of wrath. Your nature is sinful because of Adam. You're born into it. And because you're born into it, there's going to be problems and it has to be dealt with. And even though God is loving, and even though God is forgiving, He is also holy, but sin must be dealt with. Indulging the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and we're by nature children of wrath. Just like, and this says even as the rest, just like everyone else. Right? Just like everyone else. Briefly, let's turn to Matthew chapter 4. Matthew chapter 4. In regards to the prince of the power of the air, let's refer to that. This is why we have to break it into 2 weeks to get this through these passages. In Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. Many of you know this. We're going to just really fast read it. Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. Then Jesus was led up to the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. And after he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he then became hungry. And the tempter came and said to him, If you are the Son of God, command that these stones become bread. This is verse 4. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. But then the devil took him into the holy city and had him stand on the pinnacle of the temple and said to him, this is the highest point on the corner, If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, He will command His angels concerning you, and on their hands they will bear you up, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. Jesus said to him, On the other hand, it is written, You shall not put the Lord your God to the test. Again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. And he said to him, All these things I will give you if you fall down and worship me. Then Jesus said to him, Go, Satan, for it is written, You shall worship the Lord your God and serve Him only. Then the devil left him, and behold, the angels came and began to minister to him. We can read in Job chapter 1, verse 6 through 12, where the devil is prowling the earth, and he goes to God in the heaven, and he speaks to God. And God asks him, Where have you been? He says, Been going here and there, right? So the devil, the prince of the air, the world is his domain. And as we see that even Jesus is not exempt from temptation, that the devil even tempted him. And the only way, and this goes to a whole detour that we're not going into, but I do want to acknowledge here. The only way to overcome this is through Scripture. And to overcome our life now, and our flesh and our desires now, is through faith believing in Jesus Christ and sticking and desiring the Word of God. Jesus didn't go and just say, well, hold on, let me do a couple things and then I'm going to be able to avoid what the devil's throwing at me. No. How did Jesus defeat him? Right? Jesus was human and Jesus was God. And so Jesus could have sinned. Could he have? But then there's a good argument. I don't have time for that. Sorry. But he was a human. He had temptation. And how do we know that? We read it in Scripture in Matthew. He was tempted. He was hungry, and the devil said, Here, make some food. The devil took him and said, Hey, here, you can have all of it. Why did he say you can have all of it? Because he is the prince of the power of the air, of the spirit that is now working in the sons of disobedience, and the devil is working through people. And because of that, because of our sinful nature, there is sin that must be dealt with. Sin must be dealt with. So let's finish and wrap this up tonight. Verse 4. This is huge, okay? Verse 4. Underline this. Circle this. Whatever you can do to acknowledge this. Verses 1 through 3, it's a big deal. Like, it's awful and depressing. And you walked in trespasses. You were a sinner. You walked in the flesh, in your own desires. You were a child of wrath. God's righteous anger to be dealt with you. And then verse 4 happens. And verse 4 is beautiful. And look at it. Here we go. The first word. But. It's huge. All of this has happened. But God, being rich in mercy, because of His great love with which He loved us, even when we were dead in our transgressions, made us alive together with Christ. By grace you have been saved. I'm going to stop there because tomorrow or next week is verses 6, 7, and 8. It's actually going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at it. But God, being rich in mercy. Mercy is not receiving what you deserve. Mercy is God not giving you the punishment. He's just not going ahead and saying, okay, because of who you are, remember, it's just who you are. It's not even what you've done. Because of who you are is sufficient enough to be condemned to hell for all eternity. Because you are a child of wrath. You are born into sin. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, it is who you are. That's our problem. And if you're watching this, that's your problem. That was my problem. I can't escape it because it's in my DNA. I am a sinner. I am in direct rebellion toward God. And then verse 4 steps in and it says, but God, rich in mercy, because of His great love with which He loved us. Here it is. Even when we were dead in our transgressions. Remember verse 1? Right? Remember verse 1? And you were dead in your trespasses and sins, even when you could do nothing and you were not alive. He showed mercy. He did not give you what you deserved. What you deserved was removed because God showed mercy to you. Made us alive together with Christ. Even when you were dead, God doing the work, Christ doing the work. Catch this. Remember I said this is the foundation for Christians? Like this is the pinnacle of our belief and our faith, right? You want to know what we believe? This is, here it is. When you were dead, a dead thing can do nothing, right? A dead thing is dead. Not alive, not breathing, no heart, not moving, dead. When you were dead, when you had no hope, when you had no opportunity, God stepped in. And because of God and His work through His Son, Jesus Christ, on the cross, you can receive life. By grace you've been saved, raised up with Him, seated us with Him in the heavenly places in Christ Jesus. Okay, I have to stop. Time, and I don't want to get ahead and not explain enough. So, you were dead in your trespasses and sins. Right? We lived a life in opposition to God. But God stepped in, and through His Son, you have been made alive. I want to go ahead and clarify and wrap this up with letting you know and hoping you realize that even to this point, you have done nothing for your salvation. For anyone that says it's a matter of what you do or what you achieve or what you earn or how smart you get or how, if you go and if you wash up enough, you have done nothing to this point. It doesn't say, but Pastor Keenan, he went to church and he was a good guy and he tithed and he did this. No. I was dead in my trespasses and sins. I lived in direct rebellion to God. But verse 4, but God stepped in. And this is the same for you tonight. You have done nothing. And you will do nothing for the salvation that God has prepared for those who believe. And the rest of that's next week. So, if you want to read on, I hope you're reading. If you're following on Right Now Media, you're seeing, knowing the direction we're going. Ephesians Chapter 2, verses 1 through 10. Dig in, prepare for next week. Write down questions, highlight things. You can message us on Facebook. You can call the church and we can talk more about this. But for the time being, please know that if you do not believe in Jesus Christ as your Savior and you're watching this, there is bad news on the backside. But there is good news coming. And Jesus died for you. And next week we get to dive into that and look so much at the richness of it. But please know right now, as we're halfway here, you need Jesus. Because your nature is in direct rebellion to God. And through you believing in Jesus, God's Son, that He saved you from the dead, raised from the dead, saved you from your sin, you can have eternal life. Please call us if you have questions, and we'd love to be able to walk with you through and help you understand this better. Let me pray for us. God, thank you for your word. Oh, it's so good and nourishing. God, let us be able to break this down and understand the best that we can as humans. Let us have clarity, God, and let us be able to grow deeper in you. Thank you that you stepped in when we were dead. When we were in direct rebellion toward you, you stepped into history and sent your Son. And you are the one doing the work. And you are the one that does it all. And it's through my faith. Let us enjoy the rest of this study next week. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Have a good night.
You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here,